What's going on, you all? It's Kimi Show here, and welcome back to the Key to Fashion YouTube channel. So what's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be discussing how to create personalized outfits. Now, there's one thing to create really great and stylish outfits, but there's a whole nother thing to create personalized outfits. Outfits that really connect to who you are on the inside and have this special factor that is associated with them. And so that is what we're going to be discussing today. And without further ado, let's dive in. So the first way that you can create personalized outfits is by taking mixing and matching up a notch. Oftentimes when people think about mixing and matching, they tend to think about mixing and matching prints. And while that's great to do, you want to dare yourself to take mixing and matching up a notch. So some examples of this are mixing and matching different style aesthetics together. Maybe you're classy some days and edgy some other days. How can you mix those style aesthetics together? Another example is mixing and matching different vintage eras together. So the 90s and the 60s. Another example of this can be mixing and matching different textures together. So lace and leather. And lastly, another example is mixing and matching different color palettes together. So color combinations together. So mixing a chocolate brown with an emerald green. These are just examples, and some of these examples are also juxtapositional combinations. Now, juxtaposition is something that I've already discussed on the channel, but to keep it brief, juxtaposition is the concept of adding two contrasting styles together to create a really unique and personalized look. There's a sense of originality that juxtapositional outfits really bring, and that originality is almost a secret sauce to any personalized look. So I absolutely recommend, if you want to create more personalized outfits, take mixing and matching up a notch and definitely dive in to juxtaposition a lot more. The next way that you can create personalized outfits is by adding any cultural, heritage, or family influence to your looks. Add the beautiful aspects of your culture to your outfits. Maybe you can add the accessories that are really common in your ethnicity to your looks, or the outfits, the prints, and the styles that you see people wear in your culture to your looks. Now, I absolutely love to do this. I love to add my culture to my outfits in really cool ways. And there's a TikToker that also does this as well. She loves to add her Mexican heritage to her outfits. This is not only limited to an ethnicity now. You can also do this with a family influence as well. So let's say, for example, the women in your family, you always saw them wearing bold statement jewelry. And now you want to add bold statement jewelry to your looks. Another example is city influence. Let's say you grew up in a city that's really rich in culture, really rich in rhythm, and really rich in style. And you want to add that culture and rhythm and vibe to your outfits. I think New Yorkers are really great at doing this, adding that New York swag to their outfits. Another example of this can be anything from your childhood. So jewelry from your childhood. So a necklace that you love to wear as a child, and it's just really special to you and makes your inner child come alive. Anything that is connected to your roots, connected to your culture, connected to your heritage, connected to your city influence. These positive influences upon one's life really support people in creating personalized outfits. So I definitely recommend that you start implementing any of these influences into your very own personal style. Another way that you can create personalized outfits is by doubling down on the things that you really love. So of course we want to experiment with fashion. Of course we want to get out of our style comfort zones. But it's also more than okay to double down on the things that you absolutely love in your personal style. Let's say, for example, you're somebody that loves blazers. I recommend that you double down on that. Now, you don't need to go out and buy every blazer that you see now, but if you own blazers already, double down on wearing those blazers and double down on it with intention by reimagining different ways to style those blazers that you absolutely love. That is the key here. When you're doubling down on the things that you love, you want to double down on them by reimagining different ways to style the things that you love. Now, this will always create personalized outfits that you will love. Another way that you can create personalized outfits is by enhancing your versatility. We just discussed doubling down on things that you love, but also you want to be a style chameleon at the same time. We still want to surprise our own selves by finding different style combinations that we can come up with and all of the different style combinations that speak to our personal style. So dive into versatility a lot more. Shock your own self. And you can even master versatility while doubling down on the things that you love. So master this. And I'm telling you, the more that you do this, the more you will create personalized outfits that you will love. Another way that you can create personalized outfits is by thrifting things that awaken you to different parts of yourself and different parts of your personal style. So these are typically the things that you're like, I don't really know about this item. They're usually the things that you're skeptical about, but for some reason, your style intuition just keeps telling you to purchase these items. I know this happens to me all of the time at the thrift store. I will find an item and I'm like, I don't really know about this, but my style intuition is like, Key, you gotta get this, you gotta get it. This is a look, you gotta get it. When you style it, it's gonna look amazing. And when I follow my intuition and follow my inner guidance, I always end up purchasing items that really awaken me to different aspects of my personal style. I started really getting into blazer tops like the one I'm wearing right now by thrifting. And now you can do this in different places. It doesn't only have to be the thrift store, but I find that thrifting and vintage shopping really help you find some out of the box styles, some rare pieces and finds. You will just learn more about your style preferences and the things that you want to add to your personal style. So I recommend for any thrifters or vintage shoppers out there, thrift things that will awaken you to different aspects of your personal style, and this will also support you in creating personalized outfits. The next way to create personalized outfits is by exploring different ways to wear common trends. So it's okay to wear trends, but you don't want the trends to wear you now. You want to wear the trends. You give those trends power, you give those clothes power. So you don't want the trends to wear you now at all. And you also don't want to lose your personalized expression. That is the key here. Oftentimes when people wear trends, they forget about themselves. They forget about their individuality. They forget about who they are, and they start copying what everybody else is wearing and copying how everybody else is wearing those trends. But you want to challenge yourself to add your own flavor, to add your own secret sauce to wearing those trends. Never lose your own personalized expression when it comes to wearing trends at all. Never lose that, the very essence of who you are. Never neglect that when wearing trends, because if you want to create personalized outfits when you're wearing trends, this is one of the main ways to do it. Another way that you can create personalized outfits is by discovering what vintage eras speak to your personal style the best. So do you like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, or the early 2000s? What vintage eras speak to your personal style the best? And what vintage eras do you love to add to your personal style and add to your modern day looks as well? Now, this is key, especially for people that love vintage fashion. Understanding what vintage eras and styles of those eras speak to your personal style the best is essential. I love all eras, but I do find myself leaning more to the 70s and the 90s. I love different styles within those eras. So find what vintage eras speak to your personal style the best. What styles? Look at the styles within those eras that speak to your personal style the best. Really take the time to learn more about the vintage styles that you love and the eras that speak to your personal style and your personal self-expression the best. The last way to create personalized outfits is by adding any passed down vintage to your outfits. Now, for example, the earrings that I'm wearing, they're from my aunt. These are passed down vintage earrings from my aunt, and I love to wear these earrings not only because I love vintage and I love the earrings, but I love my aunt. I love my aunt a lot. I love her sense of fashion and her sense of style. I love her individuality. So being able to have a piece of her style story and making it my own is really amazing to me. I was on TikTok recently and I was watching a video where somebody was talking about the experience at New York Fashion Week. And in the comments, somebody asked the TikToker, where did you get that necklace? That necklace is so nice. And the girl replied, oh, this is a necklace from my grandmother from the 70s. I love it. And I smiled when I saw that comment because I'm like, here it is. This is how you create personalized outfits right here in the flesh. Well, one of the ways, by implementing passed down vintage pieces that are typically extremely rare to your personal style. So I recommend that you do this. Now that wraps up the video, and I hope you all found this video extremely beneficial. My mission with this video is not only to inspire you all to create personalized outfits, but for you all to feel extremely liberated in expressing your individuality. For you all to love what you wear, to feel like you have your own personal style, and to march to the beat of your own drum when it comes to fashion. Before I go, I have to thank each and every one of you all for tuning in, for subscribing, for commenting, for liking. I see you all. I'm very, very grateful for you all. And I just knew I could not end this video without expressing my gratitude. I'm very grateful for this community, grateful for all of you all, and I'm super excited to see the Kita Fashion channel grow. And with that being said, as always, thank you so much for tuning in to another video here on the Kita Fashion YouTube channel, and I hope you all have a great one.